The excavator's bucket tore through the ground like it was gutting the heart out of my old man's legacy. And I just stood there on my porch, bare feet, chipped mug in my hand, steam curling up into the morning air, watching a bunch of strangers rip up everything I ever cared about. You ever have one of those moments where you just go, no, this can't actually be happening, right? That was me, frozen, pissed off, but not screaming. Not yet. They wanted me to lose it, to make a scene, maybe start swinging. But I just pulled out my phone, hit record, and waited. Sometimes that's how you win these wars. Not with fists, never with fists, but with proof. With time. With the kind of patience you learn from years spent watching people who think they're smarter than you fall right on their own faces. If Karen Price, Maplewood HOA president and queen of beige power suits, thought she was walking away from this without a scratch, well, she picked the wrong veteran. I'm Jack Reed, 42, and I live on 6 rocky acres of Colorado soil my dad bought back in the 80s, back when land was cheap and dreams were free. I built this cabin with my own hands. Every nail and plank made it strong enough to ride out any storm. I came back here hoping for peace, maybe even a little quiet. Turns out, I forgot just how loud people with clipboards and a god complex can get when there's power up for grabs. Maplewood, if you can call a neighborhood, popped up across the tree line a few years ago. Bunch of matching houses, pristine lawns, rules about mailbox height and grass length. The kind of place where everybody waves, but nobody really knows your name. You know what I mean? I never joined, never signed a damn thing. Didn't owe them a nickel. My land was always separate, always would be. But that didn't stop them from coming after it like it was theirs for the taking. It started the usual way. A thick envelope, gold HOA seal, hand-delivered by some poor teenager who looked like he'd rather be anywhere else. Inside, notice of community infrastructure project. I actually snorted at that until I saw my name right there under stakeholder. The document claimed my property was now part of some extended development region. Extended my ass. I called the number at the bottom, expecting a real person. Instead, I got chirpiness and condescension all rolled into one. This is Karen Price, HOA president. How can I help? Ma'am, I said, I got your letter. My land isn't and has never been part of your HOA. Silence, just for a heartbeat. Then that voice, the type, syrupy and smug all at once. Oh, Mr. Reed, we're aware of the confusion. We'll be clearing that up soon. The city is working with us on reclassification. You want to stay cooperative. I hung up. Maybe that was my mistake, thinking ignoring her would make her go away. 3 days later, 2 white trucks rolled up by my fence. Out hopped a couple guys in reflective vests, lugging tripods and tablets. Surveying for Phase 3 expansion, one said when I asked. Utilities trench. I said, you're standing on private property, my property. He just grinned, checked his clipboard. According to our maps, this area's HOA allocated. Got a permit? Not yet. Just assessing. I snapped pictures of everything, license plates, faces, all of it. Now you've been warned, I told them. They left, grumbling about stubborn landowners. He'll change his tune once the trench goes in. Yeah, that happened. Didn't sleep much that night. I dug out the old survey papers, the ones with my dad's blue ink signature, faded but still there. Everything lined up. My land hadn't moved an inch. But Karen had, right onto my property, bright and early the next morning. Beige suit, clipboard, a cloud of perfume so strong you could smell it before you saw her. She marched up like she was running for mayor, flashed that practiced politician smile. Good morning, Mr. Reed. I wanted to personally introduce myself and let you know we've begun the preliminary infrastructure phase. This area is vital to the community. I didn't budge from my spot on the porch. You're standing on Jack Reed's land, not Maplewood's. Her smile twitched, sharp edges poking through. The city has approved a jurisdictional review. Your parcel borders an improvement zone. I said, but digging a hole in the wrong damn yard, Karen. Her eyes went hard, lips thin. Obstruction of community development can carry consequences. I suggest you reconsider your tone. I looked her dead in the eye. I've stood on front lines where folks got shot over a fence line. I'll take my chances. She spun around and stomped off, but I recognized that look. She wasn't done. Not by a mile. Next thing I know, The harassment campaign kicked off. Anonymous complaints to the county, code violations, mysterious hazardous materials on my land. City inspector shows up, pokes around, finds nothing. Neighbors start whispering that I'm stockpiling lumber for a militia camp or something. Classic HOA tactics: discredit, isolate, overwhelm. They wanted me rattled. But I've played dirtier games. I install motion cameras, good ones, hid them all over full perimeter. Every night, I backed up the footage to the cloud, labeled it Karen's greatest hits. Just in time, too, because one night the irrigation system blipped out. Pressure error. I checked and found the line near the boundary sliced clean. Knife work, someone had come after dark. I fixed it, then set the cameras even lower, some hidden in birdhouses with dummy lenses to throw off anyone snooping around. And right on schedule, around 2 a.m., headlights crept down the gravel road. Pickup stopped by the same spot as before. 2 men slid out, flashlights sweeping, toolbox in hand. They didn't look like neighbors. One leaned over my irrigation box, just as I stepped out of the shadows, calm as could be. "Hope you boys brought gloves," I said, "because if not, your fingerprints are about to make my day." They froze. One dropped a wrench. The other bolted so fast, he almost left his buddy behind. I didn't give chase. Didn't need to. The footage was all I wanted. By morning, I'd filed a police report, attached the video, and shot over to my old friend Eli Ross, county sheriff's lieutenant, ex-Army like me. He texted back, "Keep documenting. Don't engage. This stinks of HOA fraud." So I started digging. County records showed a recent request to add my land under community land oversight. Denied. But another one popped up the day before. New justification, new signature. Karen Price. I brought in a lawyer. Maya Cole. Tough as boot leather. Voice like gravel. She looked at the paperwork and grinned. "She's sloppy. We'll bleed her dry." The next morning, things got loud. Big trucks rolled up. Cement mixer, excavator, foreman in a neon vest. They walked straight past my private property sign. "We're staging equipment for an HOA project," the foreman called. "You planning to do that on my side of the fence?" I asked. He shrugged, waved a laminated order. "This parcel's marked municipal." I took one look. Wrong number, off by a digit. "Sloppy. That's my land," I said. He hesitated. Man Price said, "She says a lot of things. Show me your paperwork." I snapped a photo. Then I called Eli. "Trespassers, fake work order. HOA involved." He didn't miss a beat. "Hold your ground. I'm coming." 15 minutes later, sheriff cruisers rolled up, lights flashing. Eli walked straight to the excavator, told the operator to shut it down. The guy started mumbling about authorization from a mess. "Price." Eli just nodded at his deputy, who started cuffing the guy right there. That's when the beige SUV pulled in, Karen, sunglasses, clipboard, looking like she just bit into a lemon. "This is absurd," she shrieked. "They're authorized contractors acting on behalf of Maplewood HOA." Eli just looked at her. "They're on private property with falsified documents. You're interfering with an active investigation." She spun toward me, fingers stabbing the air. "He's obstructing community progress. We have the right. You had the right." Eli cut her off until you forged it. She faltered just for a second. "You'll regret this," she spat. "Maybe," I said, "but you'll remember it longer." They arrested her right then. Fraud, trespassing, document falsification. She didn't scream, just shot daggers at me through the cruiser window. But if you think that's where these folks quit, you don't know HOAs. Within days, her lawyers were flinging motions left and right. Board newsletters painted me as the villain, single-handedly destroying the neighborhood's future. I didn't bite. Maya was faster than caffeine. Filed a civil suit for property damage, got an injunction, and dropped a fraud complaint on the DA's desk. Then, twist time, Maya's firm got an anonymous email. Check the Q4 parcel transfers. Attached was a spreadsheet. 6 properties Maplewood supposedly acquired. 2 didn't exist. One was mine, sold on paper for $50. A fake sale, just to make their expansion look real. That was our smoking gun. Maya filed a motion for a full asset freeze. The hearing? Brutal. Karen sat 2 rows ahead, stiffer than a corpse, pearl earrings shining like she owned the place. Judge asked if she recognized the parcel number. She hesitated. Maya slid over a flash drive. Video evidence. GPS time-stamped. Karen's crew trespassing. The judge didn't even blink. All HOA assets frozen, pending fraud review. Karen's lawyer tried to object. Judge waved him away. From there, it all unraveled. Contractors confessed, said Karen paid them in cash to work fast before the old man made noise. Former HOA treasurer Dana flipped, gave up emails proving Karen rigged board votes and surveys. DA opened a full investigation. The community page blew up. Folks realizing their dues funded Karen's trench, her bribes, even her lawyers. When the audit results landed, it was uglier than anyone guessed. Almost $180,000 misallocated to the so-called development fund. County dissolved the board. Karen got 6 months in county jail, 2 years probation, lifetime ban from property management. Me? I didn't throw a party, just went home, fixed a fence, and hung 2 deeds on the wall. One real, one fake. Underneath, I carved 3 words, "Nice try, Karen." That night, I sat out by the fire listening to the wind through the pines. No trucks, no headlights, no HOA clipboards, just real peace. That's how battles really end. Not with a bang, but with the kind of silence that means you finally won. So tell me, what would you have done? Ever stand up to someone who thinks the rules don't apply to them? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you've ever fought for your own slice of justice, share your story. Let's talk about what's right, what's fair, and who really gets the last word.